Hey guys, Zolterex here, and this is a follow-up to the first tutorial I made on my alternate version of Xisumavoid's Stackable Melon farm. The first tutorial was deemed by several people as just not being informative enough, or I went over it too fast, and I needed to be a little bit more meticulous in the steps to create it. It is a little bit more daunting since the pattern repeats after 4 layers instead of just the 2 layers in Xisumavoid's video. Now, one thing I wanted to go over real quick was that the difference between mine and his is mine. Well, here's an example of the problem that was still kind of present in his alternated version. So you'll see this plant in the corner here isn't really attached to anything, and that's because it's a pumpkin. You're supposed to build pumpkin, pumpkin, melon, melon in the corners, exactly like that. And this is a situation where you would not get a maximum yield, and part of what I had sought to fix. Though again, I'm not really a big fan of pumpkins. I know some people are because they make cool ground lighting as an alternative to glowstone, but I was just after melons, and my version allowed me to just have melons. So the way mine differs from his design is if you paint out a floor like this, and really the floors aren't, like, I didn't paint them out exactly like that, but the difference is that one of my floors would kind of look like this, and then the floor above it would go like this. In that particular configuration, let me so we'd stick that down there, water goes down the middle, there we go. Alright, so we pull off the corners. Oops. That's not right. Oh. There. Now it's right. You would put all melons. So I'm going to put all melons because that's all I want is melons. And you put your little melon plants up like this. And you can already see the difference because the 2 layers are staggered like this. What would happen is a melon would grow here, and then this plant would never touch this layer because it's elevated like that. So then the yield comes out like that. And that is the key difference. Alright, so real quick, I've set up a space over here to build a sample farm. Okay, so we're over here at our fresh copy with the footprint laid out, and you would first build up 2 blocks and then bring the construction out in a ring like this, and you can destroy the center pieces here, and you could make it higher than that if you wanted to for the base, but I think 2 is the absolute minimum. Alright, going to need redstone torches. Now, for the inside, the 2 torches here go on the outer corners like this. So we've got this sort of shape going on here, and obviously you can add more to it. This is just bare minimum. Alright? Now, following the pattern over there, you would put dirt down in these 4 spaces like so. And then following that, put a piece of cobble coming off of here, which is going to house our piston on the next level. On the next level up, now I'm going to put cobble down in these spots, and that's going to prevent the water problem I had before on the previous video, where stuff would get stuck in that little lip there. Okay, so we put those there, and then you would put dirt alternating in the opposite direction on the next layer, like that. So those 4 pieces get dirt, just like that. And I need a piston. There we go. We'll come back to the plants at the end. So, put a piston here and a piston here, and these are going to push off the melons that would grow on these 2 blocks right there and there. Now, the way this works is you put a block here, and a block here. Now they're receiving power from the lower torch. Then, and you'll see me cheating looking at the design over here a little bit, because I'm not 100% amazing with this design yet. I'm working on it. So you put this here, and a block there, and this is going to be the power block for this lower piston, and then the piston that will go on top of it. So actually, if I want, I can place that piston now. And then it's exactly the same on the other side. Okay? And there's going to be a torch on top of those. Now, the torch's signal is inverted right now, so they're off, and that's okay. So that middle block is going to power those two pistons on that level, both sides. And I'm just sticking them there now for illustration purposes. Okay? Then you're going to have block there, which will house the piston for this floor. Just like that. And, oops. So that piston goes there. And you put a block there. And you put a piston down there. And then that's going to shove off the melons on this side. So we're shoving them down into the middle there. Same exact setup. Okay. Now I do need redstone here. Where's my redstone? Right there. Oh, then I get rid of my piston for my redstone. Whatever. So you put redstone coming out from this torch. And it goes into that block there, which will power it. And exactly the same on this side. And then put this there and put a block on top of this piston here. So it's kind of a stair pattern going up. We do exactly the same thing on the other side. And you do want this stair pattern so that you can see into the air. So that is important. Don't want to block that off. Partly because you're going to want a torch on this block here to light this plant. In fact, I'm going to pull out my torches now. We'll come back to the seeds later. So I'm going to pull out my torches. I'll pull out my pistons again also. So we put a torch there, which is going to light this block there. And you don't have to use torches necessarily. You could just as easily put glowstone in for this block and have it look a little bit prettier. But we're going for cost effective here, so torches. We move up here. So these are going to be our power blocks. And the way that's going to work is a redstone dot on this stair-step block here. So you put the dot there, and then the dot is going to receive power from this torch powering this block here. So power is going to go off to both at the same time. And this is a little bit more redstone efficient than Xuma's method since it uses less torches. So that goes like that. And then I will put pistons on top of those blocks. And at this point, those pistons are already set up to be powered. So we're good there. And actually, just to demonstrate how this would work, I will build out a loop here. Like so. Break that off. And the only reason I made this ring, actually, let's make it one layer higher, just so it's not getting in the way as much. Whoops. And I broke a piston. Okay, now then. So we've got our ring there, and I'm just building this ring for example purposes, so I've got something to have my water cascade down from, so we'll put it up there. And I didn't dig out a hole in the bottom. Oops. Note, dig out the hole in the bottom. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so we got that. And this whole system's already rigged up, basically. And all I'm going to do is just stick some blocks in here. Put in alternating torches. Like so. Now, the pistons are extended at this point. But with the pistons extended, it's a little bit easier to put in our alternating dirt. So we stick in our alternating dirt there. And it's basically just going in this crisscross pattern all the way up. So we've got our alternating dirt there, and then we put in alternating dirt this way. Just like that. And then we're good. Actually, I did something wrong here. Hold on. Oops. What did I... stupid creative. I did something wrong here. Okay. That's what I did wrong. Note, alternating. So like that. There we go. That's correct. All right. So you can see how it might be a little bit difficult to follow, and then you would just haul off these spots. Now the stair step pattern, this is why it's important, is so you can get at this block here. Then you just come back up, back down, back under here, grab that one, and that's it. All of those are down. And we will take out our melon seeds. Now I'm in creative. I think someone asked how would you go about planting the seeds. My recommendation would be to use dirt blocks and ladders to get up. Alright, so you would just kind of build up, oops, build your ladder up like this. Oops. Yeah, I'm real good at this, guys, let me tell you. Oh, come on. There we go. That's right, so you shift. Climb up, shift. Oh, look at that. Alright, now I'm a pro at this, sort of. So this is how I recommend getting up there to put your seeds in. So you would just do ladders just like that if you were doing it in survival, which I may or may not do on my Let's Play coming up here. Haven't decided yet. And I know this is a little bit wordier than a Xisumavoid tutorial, obviously. I'm just trying to cover all my bases here. So, and you would just plant your plants in the corners like that. Oops. Son of a... Switch out the melon seeds. Get those in there. Hopefully this isn't too long. You can come under the bottom there. Boom, meal them up. Just like that. Good, good. And the way you should be approaching this on this side is like from here. That would be where I would do it from, and you want to keep those holes open so that you can get access to actually plant your seeds and grow them up. And then this is why I used a lever originally, just because it's a little bit easier with this design, but you could just as easily invert the signal and do a button. So inverting the signal would be done like so. And I put my redstone dust away because I'm smart like that. Whoops. So you would do that. We've got our inverted signal, and then you find a button, and you push the button, and it's happy day. Just like that. Now, that's pretty much it. So from this point, the pattern continues to repeat upwards. So you would put those torches on these corners, and then quite literally, the pattern just continues to repeat. So they're like that. Block here. And then it literally just continues to repeat all the way up. Exactly the same. So, I think I did put I think I ended up putting a block here. I mean, it's not really necessary though. And actually this block isn't even necessary itself. But that is exactly how it works. So from there, you literally just repeat the exact same pattern all the way up and make it as high as you would like to make it. And I think that's it. Hopefully this version of the tutorial is a little bit better for you guys. And that is it. See you next time.